Okay, everybody, and today I'll be showing you how to do a color separation in Photoshop. Now, that's a color separation for screen printing, which will be a spot color separation. So these will be single colors, not pixelated. We're not doing photo images here. That'll be for another video. So we're going to start by hitting New. We're going to go 12 inches by 12 inches. Set these here to 300 dpi, RGB color. And we're going to go ahead and leave the transparent background and hit create. Okay. Now you're going to go open your folder and you're going to drag in my PDF, which is actually a pixel graphic. It's not a vector. This is a pixel based graphic like a JPEG, but it's just saved in PDF format. Oops. Let's move this thing into the center here. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to separate this onto all the screens so you can actually print this. Okay, so let's start by making the canvas. I made it a little off size. Let's make it a little taller. Let's make it another 4 inches taller. Okay, reason why is we're going to need to put registration marks on here afterwards. So let's start out by separating this. So you're going to hit your wand, magic wand, or hit W. Click on the first color, which is yellow. Right click, similar. Go over to channels. Right here on these little lines, hit new spot channel. Okay, I'm just going to call it. Let's call it spot yellow. And we're going to change the color to, let's pick this yellow. Any color, doesn't matter. Okay, and if you notice, we turn off the RGB and you can see now the spot yellow. Oops, spelled it wrong, but that's okay. And there's the spot yellow. So we're going to turn that off, click on RGB. Go to the next color, and we're going to do this for every color now. Hit the W for wand, we hit the blue, similar, channel, new spot channel, change that to just a blue color. These colors really don't matter. You don't have to change the color, but it does help to identify the graphic when you're done, and I'll show you. When you're done, you can turn off the RGB, and you can see the colors that you've produced. But regardless of what color they are, you're printing these black to your film printer. So this black, this color here is going to print solid black. You don't have to change anything. Okay, back to RGB. Let's go ahead and finish the rest of it. So far we did, the second color we did was blue. Let's double click that. Spot blue. Okay. Turn those off, click on RGB. Let's go to the black, hit the wand, similar, channels, new spot channel, black. Let's change it to black so we can see it. Okay. We have brown now. New spot channel. Let's go ahead and change that to somewhere close to a brown. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to have to mix your own colors on the press, so let's just go a little darker so we know that's brown. Okay, and this on the graphic, you notice it's dark, really dark, because it's laying on top of the other colors. It's going to work just fine. So we have yellow, blue, black, brown, and what do we have left? White and gray. So let's go ahead and click on the gray. It's similar, just to make sure there's no other gray. Channel, new spot channel, spot gray. Let's go ahead and change that to a gray. And white is the last color. Now, if you're printing this on a white shirt, you can literally just go on here and remove the white. So to print this on a white shirt, you could literally go similar, select all the white out, and what you could do from this original image, I like to duplicate the image so we don't delete it, we don't change anything. So we're going to go ahead and change this to rasterized layer. I'm going to turn off the original one here, and I'm going to just go ahead and hit delete on the white, and let's see if it removed it. Hit Control D for deselect, and notice all the white is now a show through. So if we put white in the background on this, notice there's the white. Now let's go and take a look at our channels. Spot yellow, blue, black, brown, and gray. And there's your minion. Now, to put registration marks on here, easy. So now that we have it, we're going to bring the registration marks, which I'm going to have down below. You can download them. Drag and drop them onto the graphic. Notice it went right to the center. You're going to drag it straight up. You can hold shift if you want, which holds in the center, but we're not going to rely on that. Drop it right there. Okay. Come over to the layers. Duplicate that registration mark by dragging it down and onto the plus mark. Now grab that registration. Oops. Click on the registration if you can get it, which is going to be a little hard. You're going to drag the registration mark down to the bottom. And then what I do to make sure that everything's in line, you're going to grab the registration marks, you're going to click, so you're going to select them all. So turn on your transform controls, whoops, show transform controls. You got your registration there with the click control, and then click control to the original minion, which is this right here. And then we're going to go straight to the top and we're going to center them all together. And it's centered them and it's there. So now what you're going to do, real easy, you're going to add the registration mark. Control click on the first one. Oh, that's not working. Hold on. Control click or shift click, control click. Notice it highlighted the first one. Hold the shift, control click, control shift and click both. Now you got both of them selected. Come over to the channels. You're going to come up to the first one, spot yellow, making sure your black is on the foreground right here, and hit Alt Delete. And notice it put it onto that first film. Click on the blue, the next one, hit Alt Delete, and then you're just going to go through each one of these and hit Alt Delete, brown, Alt Delete, and it's putting those registration marks in the exact same spot, and Alt Delete. So there's your registration. Let me deselect so you can see it now. And if you want to take the next step and write on here, you can hit, while you're on this channel, hit T for text, click here, and then just type spot yellow. And the reason why I call them spot yellow or spot gold or spot whatever color it is, and shift, while it's selected, you can hold the shift and grab it and move it over. Hit Control D to deselect, and then you can do the same thing In fact, what you can do, spot blue, just hit text, spot blue. Now next one, hit Control D to deselect, hit T for type again, and then spot. And the reason why you're calling them spot black is because if you call them the same name as what they are on the RGB, like if you call them red, green, or blue, it's going to confuse the program and it won't be able to separate your graphic. So do not call them the same name. You got to call them something different than what they are. Spot brown. You can call it brown if you want, but I always call them spot because it's spot color. And then you know what you're using on the graphic. Your film will be saved for the job, for the next job. And then what I do is if there's a certain Pantone color, I'll put that here as well. And then there you go, spot gray. There you go. Let me zoom out, Control 0, Control D to deselect. Now let's take a look at all of our films now. We got yellow, blue, black, brown, and gray, all with registration marks. So at this point, all you have to do to print these is you go to your first one, spot yellow, hit Control P for print, and you're going to bring it up. You bring up your printer. I don't have a film printer installed right now, but you're going to bring it up and bring up your film printer, and you're going to go ahead and print each channel one by one. So you print the first one, click the next one, print the next one, print it. Make sure the RGB is not selected because it's going to print a composite image then, which is all of them stacked on top of each other. You do not want a composite. You want a single spot color image, just like this.